What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Sports Sidebar Podcast. You're tuned in with your boy Rich, and I'm here with my buddies Tom and JD, and we're about to get this thing started. Let's go! All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. Ain't nobody slapped me, so I'm doing fantastic.
So what's the verdict? Real or fake? What do you think?
I don't know, man. It didn't really look like a hard slap. Like it didn't look like somebody that knows how to slap, so to say.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he just, it was last minute slap. I don't know what it was, man. And it looked kind of like telegraph, like it was like Hollywood. But I said maybe he didn't want to. But that's the thing. Sometimes, you know, when people try to do the disrespectful slaps, it's like kind of slow like that. You know, like back in the day when the dudes just take off the glove and smack you with the glove, kind of like that.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I at first I thought it was fake, but then when he started cursing, saying, keep my wife's fucking name out your mouth, then I thought it was okay, maybe he did hit him.
It seems like such a weird move, just in general, just to like walk up and slap someone. I mean, I might have almost understood it better if he just went up and punched him or swung at him. He just kind of like slapped him and walked away. Yeah, that was wild. And I know I feel like there's some people that are on his side, but like to do that and just go back and sit in your seat, like just to by the letter of the law, assaulting someone and just going back and sitting down and no one really even flinching is kind of strange.
Yeah, I think the thing was, I think it should have been, if he had a problem with the joke, he definitely should have handled it backstage, like off camera, because I think he hurt. I don't want to say he hurt himself, because I think I feel like Will Smith will get his own movies or do his own thing if let's say nobody hired him. But I feel like he hurt other comedians. So now other people, when other comedians crack on other people, now they feel like they're going to have a right to go up and try to slap somebody or hit somebody.
Yeah.
And then now, other comedians, they're going to see people come up to them. Now, they're going to try to slap you like Will Smith, so you're going to start fighting.
Yep.
So, and then, kind of like, I think it also hurts for Chris Rock as far as him trying to get other hosting gigs.
Sure.
People might want to try to stay away from him, or even not even him, other comedians, knowing like they know the content of their jokes might hit home for some people. But that's the thing I'm disappointed about. I wish he would have, if he had a problem with the joke, definitely take it backstage.
Yep.
But they said Denzel and Tyler Perry made him apologize to Chris, and told him that that wasn't the right thing to do. So.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, when you're sitting front row like that, you're kind of, you're kind of sitting there for the roasting, right? And I don't, Chris Rock isn't, malicious or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even, to be honest, like I didn't think it was that mean of a joke. Maybe it's, I don't obviously have the condition that Jada Pinkett Smith has. I don't have a lot of hair, and I've taken some abuse for it, but it's just what happened. I think it was pretty tame in the sense of comedians and jokes that they often come out with.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think a lot of people really got the joke. So
yeah, you're probably right.
Because what's her name from I can't remember her name now. The girl that played G.I. Jane.
Oh, Demi Moore.
Yeah, Demi Moore, right? At the time, she was going out with Ashton Kutcher, and she cheated on him with a guy that was younger than him. Mm-hmm. So basically, Jada Pinkett cheated on Will Smith with a guy that was younger than him, and he was bald, so that's why he made the G.I. Jane reference. Yeah. A lot of people didn't get that part, but they just thought it was about the her having
the hair,
the alopecia.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh man.
But I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see, the side effects of this. As far as who gets hurt, because I mean he also put a target on his back.
He did.
I mean, it was on him before when the situation with him and Jada, but now it's revamped. So you can only hear the other comedian jokes coming about the situation, or the rapper lines being using that as a punchline in a song. So I mean, somebody already made a song about it, so it's kind of trending now. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But if anybody wants to know, you try to slap me, we fighting.
I mean, kudos to Chris Rock for kind of just like I don't know, he's probably just stunned more than anything, but man, that's not my first reaction.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like that's why I still feel like it wasn't much of a hard slap, because I feel like if somebody really would have slapped you, like your first instinct would be like, all right, now we fighting. Like mic drop, shirt off, fisticuffs. But I don't really think he hit him that hard, or like maybe he kind of like dodged it, or like he seen it coming, because his hands didn't really move from his side or behind his back. So that's what I said. And the way he like wound up was kind of like, it didn't seem like he had much torque in that slap. So, but I mean, you never know. So, and then I mean, let's get right into it, man. Since we're not slapping anybody, I mean, the NFL. I mean, not much here to cover. I mean, besides this, well, they kind of slapped us with this damn rule, talking about the come playoff time, everybody gets the ball. Thanks a lot, Josh Allen. How you feeling about that?
It wasn't even really Josh. I mean, it was because of that game, but it wasn't because of Josh Allen. I think the Colts and the Eagles recommended it, but I don't like it. You know, I just think you're not really solving anything, right? So now let's say both teams go down and score a touchdown, right? So team 1 goes down, team 2 goes down, they both score a touchdown. Now it's just sudden death again. So like what did you really gain out of that? So now team 1 again, what if they just run back down the field and score another touchdown? And you just extended the game for no reason, in my mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm not sure where they I don't think they thought much behind this new rule. But
no, it was definitely reactionary and just like trying to put a Band-Aid on a situation that was really only highlighted because it was such a great ending to a game, that I think people were like left like, I don't know, like they needed more, right? I mean, no one said a peep when Tom Brady won the toss in 2019 and went down and beat Kansas City in that game, right? I mean,
yep.
No one came up and said, hey, why not here? Why not change the rule here? So
yeah, but I mean, I also think it helps the NFL, because now you're going to get these longer ass playoff games, especially if they go into overtime. You're going to get you're more likely to get more suspenseful endings with these overtime games, kind of like the Chiefs games.
I guess.
So maybe they're hoping that maybe you get more games that go into overtime, where you get a situation where the Chiefs go down to score, then the Bills go down to score, and now you get more of it. So it's just bigger ratings. Hope they're hoping for. So, but maybe we might not see games going to overtime anymore. So, and then outside of that, we're just pretty much sitting on waiting on these quarterbacks, see where Baker and Jimmy G go. Where do you think they end up?
It sounds like today that Jimmy G may be staying in San Francisco. I don't. Maybe they just can't find a good enough partner for him. Maybe they're I don't know. Maybe they're just like looking at the options and going, maybe we should just keep him another year. He got us to the we with him we made it to the Super Bowl once and the NFC Championship last year. So maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. So maybe they hold on to him. I mean, for Baker, man, I don't know. That's a tougher one, because I don't know kind of where he stands, or where people see him as a quarterback. Like, is he just a backup at this point, or what?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Browns aren't they're not in any rush to trade him.
No.
Just because I think they're waiting to see what the situation is with Deshaun, if he misses any games. I think I think if let's say Deshaun gets suspended for 6 games, then you give Baker a chance to earn hype himself up for some other teams that are interested in quarterbacks, especially if he plays good. And then also on the Brown side, you can up the ante on him. And then once you trade him away, then you got Deshaun waiting right there. So it kind of benefits both teams if Baker plays well. But if he doesn't, then he's pretty much going to be hurting himself.
Yeah, that's also not a bad thought. I mean, they did sign Jacoby Brissett, right, to back up Deshaun. But I think you're right. I think that they wait to see what happens with Deshaun, unless unless someone throws out an offer to him that makes sense.
Yeah, you never know. That's what said. Maybe somebody gets an early injury and they get desperate for a quarterback. As was said, they throw a first round towards Cleveland.
Yeah.
And then as far as Jimmy G, I don't know what's going on over there, man. It's like a $27 million cap hit if they keep him on the roster. But I don't know. You gotta let this guy play, the rookie play, man, because you traded up for him, you gave up a bunch of draft capital, but at the same time, I mean, you really don't have to. You could let him sit for another year, but that's the thing. We don't really get to see much of him, so we don't really know if he's ready or not, how good or how good he doesn't look in practice. So just gonna have to wait and see, man.
Yep. Yeah, that's every time I hear something like come out from Shanahan or Lynch and they're saying that they can see Jimmy G coming back next year, it just feeds more into my belief that Trey Lance is still not ready and may not be ready for another year or two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or maybe they're just saying that so they're waiting for the right price.
Could be right. Yeah, he could be right. I mean, those guys tend to be pretty transparent, I would say. They don't really hold anything back typically.
Yeah, true. But that's you never know. Maybe they're plotting on something. Maybe they're hoping for something to come true. Maybe some teams are offering, but they just haven't. They need to throw in a third or something like that, or they're waiting for somebody to clear up cap so they can take on that hit. Because there's teams that need quarterbacks. So
yeah, no, there is. I mean, there's plenty of them out there.
And then outside of that, there was news of Colin Kaepernick trying to get back into the league. They said Seattle was one of the teams that were talking with them. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's going to happen. I would love to see it, though, but I don't think it's going to happen, man.
Yeah, he still looks like he's in pretty good shape. Not that he's not that old, so. But, yeah, it would be interesting to see kind of like what he looked like out there in the field, especially in a Pete Carroll like type offense,
Yeah. And then, maybe he's the bridge quarterback for them while they, figure out a few things as far as, what they're going to do offensively and defensively while they rebuild that team. So,
yep.
And then that might be it for the NFL. I don't know if there's anything else you want to get into. On to the NBA. I mean, we had your hot Celtics. They cooled off, lost one game, went from third to first and back to fourth. It's like a 1 game difference between like 1 and 4 right now. I'm hearing some rumors that some of you guys are not vaccinated, man. That's why they didn't play in that Toronto game.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of adds up. I mean, maybe not the Al Horford one. I think he was out Sunday too. But could definitely see Tatum and Brown. But who knows? I mean, at this point, like they probably needed a night off anyways, and Rob Williams getting hurt. 4 of their top 5 guys out. It was just kind of like mailing it in,
Yeah.
And they still should honestly still should have won the game.
It was still close.
6 with a minute to go and kind of blew it, missing free throws down the stretch.
But I thought it was good though that you guys had some guys that got to see some playing time.
For sure.
Kind of. I mean, as you get closer to the end of the season, you're getting more and more playoff basketball type of situations. So, maybe they learn from this going forward come playoff time. Maybe if somebody gets in foul trouble or something like that, you guys will be more prepared for it.
Yeah, and I still think I still think that going for the 3 seed is probably their best bet. I just still, and I know Brooklyn hasn't been playing well at all, but something still scares me there with that Brooklyn team and getting into the playoffs, and who knows what's going to happen when you got Durant, Kyrie on the other side, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Will we ever see Ben Simmons or not, man? That's what I really want to know.
That is a great question.
Because I don't see what's the big holdup, man. I know they're saying he's having his back issues, but I just feel like, man, they should have known that before they traded for him, man.
I agree.
But I mean, he's gonna be the missing piece, man. Because I mean, they're gonna have to shut some teams down with all that scoring they got, but it seems like they can't get that done. So
yeah, they can't stop anybody right now,
which is pretty bad because you don't have to stop somebody in the playoffs. I mean, that's the difference. That's the difference between getting the winning, especially if you're the away team, because they're pretty much gonna be the away team throughout the playoffs because of their seating to sneak by and win some away games to get home court advantage. So
yeah, they're going to need them. I mean, they're just not good defensively. Like you said, playing on the road is tough, especially if you potentially may have to go to Philly. Boston, Miami, all tough places. Milwaukee, all tough places to play. I do feel like Milwaukee's getting a little underplayed here. I think people are I don't know why. Maybe it's just the 76ers with the trade, but I feel like the Bucks are still sitting there waiting.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they got Lopez, who just came back a few games ago. He's getting back into shape.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The addition of Grayson Allen's helped him as well.
Oh yeah, he's been good.
He doesn't have to really do much. He just sits out in that corner, shoots threes.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Lopez coming back, that allows what's the name, Portis to stretch the floor out there as a stretch floor and hit some threes. He loves shooting those damn threes. And then you got Giannis flooding the paint. So I mean, they're like long ass huge lineup from top to bottom. I mean, like that. I feel like their average height is like 6'9" or something like that. Outside of what you call Holiday, he's like the shortest person there. He's like 6'5". So so they defensively they're gonna cause some problems, and then offensively you got to stop Giannis. There's no telling when Middleton can get hot or Holiday can get hot. And then those other role players could show up. So, I mean, they're going to be a tough out, too.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
We're still waiting on Zion, man. I don't think he's coming back.
Hey, he's on the flight out to Portland for the West Coast trip.
I don't know, man. Maybe we're going to see him, man, because right now they jumped ahead of the Lakers. Lakers at the 10th spot right now. Maybe they try to bridge that gap.
10th spot and watch out for the Spurs behind them.
Yep, the game back. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how things unfold between these three teams, between the Pelicans, Lakers, and San Antonio. So, if you're LeBron, do you sit or do you still try to fight for the playoffs to get in the playoffs?
Oh, man. I mean, I don't think he has it in him to sit, but this team is just not good. And if Davis is out still, I don't know. I think that, what's the point? I don't know if they could beat the Pelicans and the Timberwolves or Clippers back to back. So, and then have to go play Phoenix, who's been a wagon for most of the year. I don't know. To me, I think LeBron cashes this one in.
Yeah, I think I would say he would, but I also think he has the scoring title on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to try to get something. He's going to either try to get the scoring title for his age, or he's going to try to get in the playoffs. So I feel like if he feels like if he can get in the playoffs, he can go all the way. But I mean, he's just an overall great player.
Yeah.
Through the highs and the lows, he's going to average what he averages. He's hard to stop. But that's the thing. I don't know, man. If AD tells he's gonna come back, then maybe he pushes for it. If not, then I think he just goes nuts the last few games and try to secure that scoring title.
Yeah, he might do that. I mean, we all know he ain't playing defense, so.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, at that age, I think you get a pass on not playing defense.
Yep. Masters preview.
Oh, okay. You excited for the Sam Tiger potentially is going to play?
Yeah, I think that took over golf Twitter today. People were tracking private jets flying from Jupiter to Augusta, and then back, leaving at 5 o'clock and heading back towards middle of Florida there. But yeah, it sounds like he played today. He'll fly back home and see how he feels in the morning. But it'd be a heck of a story if he could get out there on Thursday morning. I think these rumors really started picking up yesterday as his caddy was down in Florida, walking Medalist, which is a kind of a championship course near him. And the theory is that Joey, his caddy, wouldn't be there unless, they thought there was a real good chance he would play.
Yep.
So, yeah, it'd be awesome. It'd be just him showing. I mean, I don't know what he has in the tank, but my guess is he's not going there if he doesn't think he can contend. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be.
It's not in him to just go and show up and be a figurehead.
Yeah, just for face. Yeah, he's too much of a competitor to not do it. And then I think it'll be great either way, even if he does play. But if he plays in places high, I think it's going to be a wild weekend, a very interesting weekend. They might steal some ratings from the NFL, but you never know. The NFL might make another big trade.
Roger Goodell's got to get on the phone if Tiger comes back.
Yeah, Tom Brady goes to Miami. That would be the thing.
Yeah, it is kind of funny because everyone always. I feel like everyone's just like, oh, golf is without Tiger, golf is still awesome and what and it is and the players that are there are I think there's a lot of parity in golf. A lot of different guys can win, but we saw over the weekend Scotty Scheffler he's a younger player out of Texas. I think he's like 25. He's kind of stormed up the golf rankings and took over the world #1 ranking, and it took one private jet flying to make golf relevant again, which is kind of crazy that he can still do this at age 40. I don't know how old he is, 46, 45 now, and he still drives the interest that he drives in golf. It's just insane.
Yeah, but I mean, you think about it. He's the Michael Jordan of golf. So, just think about some of the crowds that Michael would draw when he was playing. So, and
you're right.
We might not ever see another Tiger Woods. So, I mean, that's why you got people flock to it when they can. So,
no, you're right.
Not too much. Got some finishing up on his bracketology, aka March Madness. Inside the Final Four, we got North Carolina versus Duke and Villanova versus Kansas. Who you liking in this?
I like Duke and I like Villanova, and I actually like Villanova over Duke in the final. I think they're just a model of consistency lately. Jay Wright has become one of the top 3 coaches in NCAA in the NCAA right now, and the team just always seems to show up in the tournament. And I think Bill Self just will outthink himself and outcoach himself, and Jay Wright will be there ready to pick up the scraps and take it home. I know they're down one of their guys, Moore, I believe.
Yeah, towards ACL.
Yep, but I still think that Villanova can do it. And on the other side, I think Duke NC matchup should be really good. I mean, NC's playing well. Obviously, Caleb Love has kind of turned it on. They had the beat down in St. Peter's, but I think on the other side, Duke has played really well too. They had to take down some tough teams along the way. Texas Tech, one of the tougher defensive teams in the country.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's going to be a tough matchup, but I do think that Coach K's got these guys playing well right now too.
I'm surprised you didn't say Kansas, so Michelle could wrap up the our bracket. But that's I feel like it's probably a Duke Villanova final. I think Duke. I'm going to give Duke the little edge just because of superstar power and the fact that they're playing for Coach K in his last year. But I mean, like you mentioned before, I wouldn't put it past Villanova. They're in the mix every year, pretty much. Kind of the reverse of like Gonzaga. Like Gonzaga's always like one of the top teams, but they never finish. They could just never get to the big game. But Villanova on the other hand, they're talked about here and there, but then come tournament time, they're putting in work. They're always in the like Final Four, Elite Eight type of mix. They're always in the big games. And they don't really have like huge superstars. They got a bunch of solid veterans that play for each other, play well together. I mean, I'm looking forward to the matchup. Two top head coaches potentially going at it. Two top programs. I mean, I don't feel like Villanova is like as prestigious as Duke, but I mean they should be with the way they finish every year.
I agree. I think they're definitely over the last 15 years have really kind of brought themselves to be one of the top programs in the country.
I'm interested to see if somebody tries to snatch Jay Wright up out there, but I think he doesn't want to go anywhere. He loves it there. So, and then on the women's side, we got the Final Four. We got UConn, Carolina, And then we got Stanford, Louisville. Who do you like out of those four?
UConn taking it down.
Oh man, you just had to go with Page, huh?
I have to, yeah.
I mean, not a bad bet, but I'm gonna go with reliable South Carolina. I just think they're too physical down low. Mm-hmm. They're gonna cause and then on the other side, I mean, I feel like Stanford's too much for them to. Yeah, I mean, they're huge. They play defense, and then I think we're gonna get a revenge matchup of Stanford and South Carolina. But I think South Carolina hits the winning shot at the end to kind of like how they missed it last year to beat them. But this time it's for the final, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. And then it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. We got a brand new edition of JD's Bites and Brew. What you got for us?
All right, so today we're going with a skinny version of mushroom risotto with a grilled chicken. So this is a really, I know that risotto can scare some people, but this is a really simple version of it. So you do first is just fry up your mushrooms. You take a little bit of olive oil or butter if you want to do it that way. We did olive oil, some garlic, fry that up, and then throw your mushrooms in and kind of, render them down for a while, and then finish it off with a little bit of fat-free chicken broth and just kind of let them soak in there. Take in that flavor and then put them off to the side, and then toss a little bit of 1 tablespoon of butter in, throw a diced up shallot, and then let that cook up for about a minute or so, and then throw in your arborio rice. Get that coated with the shallot and the butter, and then the wine, the cup of wine goes in. Again, let that soak into the rice, and then you start the ladling of the chicken broth. Again, fat-free chicken broth. So you do a ladle at a time, let it soak in until the rice is al dente, and then do have about a half a cup of fresh Parmesan cheese. I know you like that, Rich.
Oh yeah.
Mix that in, and then toss your mushrooms back in, and mix that all together. And then for the chicken, it's real simple. Just a little bit of olive oil, garlic, salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning, and then just toss it on the grill. Usually it's like 8 to 10 minutes aside, and then let that rest. And then once your risotto's done, slice up your chicken, put it on top of your risotto, and then top it again with a little bit of fresh parm, and you're good to go. So relatively quick, but nice weeknight dinner, and is on the healthier side.
Yeah, I gotta say, dangerously cheesy right there. That sounds delicious, man.
And it's a good reheater too, Rich. So you can make a lot of it and reheat it the next day.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like it, man.
Yeah.
I feel like pasta, most pastas are like better the second day for some reason.
They can be. I feel like that's one meal that you can throw in the microwave and it's still good the next day, like pasta, risotto, things like that. Yeah, that stuff heats up well. Is not a lot of things that I feel like heat up well in the microwave. You have to really either do like an oven or air fry or fry in the pan. But that pasta, you're right, pasta does.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with pasta, man. And then what you guys drink that down with?
All right, so we tried a new beer, Treehouse Brewing Company, out here in Charlton, Massachusetts.
Okay.
It's called It's Your Lucky Day. It was brewed for St. Patrick's Day, so it's got a nice little green and silver can with a little, 4-leaf clover on it. Mm-hmm. I would say it was only okay for me.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was,
like 7 okay or 7.5 okay.
I'd go like a 7.2 okay.
Okay, in between, all right.
Yeah, it wasn't like it's not bad. I mean, I there are very few beers that they make that I would say are bad, if any. Mm-hmm. But this one just did. I don't know. It seemed like it was
slacking,
missing something. Yeah, just missing something, or maybe not differentiated enough for me to just like catch my eye, catch my taste buds, I guess. Mm-hmm. So it's not as fruity as some of their other ones. I think that it's just missing a little something for me. So
Okay.
7.2. I mean, like I said, it's still good. Still better than a lot of the stuff you get in stores and other breweries. It's a high bar that they've set for themselves.
Okay. Can't go wrong with that. Right in the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Sounds good. But just not something you would go back to, right?
No, I'd get something one of their other beers that they have there.
Oh, okay. And then that's JD's Bites and Brew, everybody. And then as far as the BRRs this week, just getting back into the mode. Finished Top Boy. Great season. The ending caught me by surprise. Didn't see that coming in the ending. Was a little upset about it because some stuff happened. Don't want to give it away, but was looking forward to the next season with how to put this. I was looking forward to the next season based off what happened, but it makes me wonder what new direction they're going to go in because of the stuff that happened at the end of the season. But overall, great show. Definitely in the 8 range. Like I said, nice. British. It's like the British Wire. It's not it doesn't drag. It's really they have a bunch of different storylines going. Easy to follow, despite the lingo. But I'm looking forward to seeing what's to come. I'm glad. Hopefully, we don't have to wait. I hate when we have to wait like 2-3 years to get another season back, because you kind of lose the momentum from the show. So
right.
And then I checked out the Atlanta. They got 2 episodes out. First episode is kind of about, they do a little twist on kind of like Get Out, which I thought was interesting and kind of funny. I don't know, did you watch the episodes or?
I didn't watch it, no.
Okay, yeah, I won't give it away. And then the second episode, I mean, it was okay. Well, I liked the first episode more. I thought it was more funny because of situations. They had white people cooking fried chicken. I thought that was funny. And the way they cooked it was pretty funny. But overall, I'm looking forward to seeing what they cooked up, because supposedly, these are the last 2 seasons between for Atlanta. But I wonder if some other network will pick them up. It didn't sound like they were. It didn't sound like they were like done. Like, if they said, sometimes people say, these are the last 2 seasons. This is more like, they said we got 2 more seasons, and then it was kind of like, we'll see what happens. So
right.
But I feel like a lot of the people on the show are getting a lot of different, as far as different roles and different opportunities. So this might be it after these 2. So
nice. Yeah, I gotta catch up on that.
And then I checked out the Halo show. I don't know what Tom was talking about. The show is not bad. I don't know why he said the show is bad. I mean, I like the direction they're going in. The suits look crazy. The what is it? The enemies, the bad guys, the graphics, everything's great. Honestly, I don't see what he saw that was bad about the show. I'm interested to hear his take. Obviously it's based off the video game, and you don't need to really play the game to follow the show. Okay. They kind of give you what's going on. But like I said, I'm interested to see. I didn't realize who the Master Chief guy was until he took his helmet off on the show. If you're gonna watch it, don't look it up. Just wait till they reveal it. And then I'm interested to see some of the other characters that we saw in the previews, to see their roles. Okay. Overall, it looks like a good show.
We'll have to get Tom to defend himself.
Yeah, I don't understand why he said it's bad. Maybe he said it's bad because of the storyline, but I mean, obviously, as I said, if you don't follow the video game, I mean, it doesn't really matter unless you're unless he's like really critiquing it like that, kind of like how people critique Marvel movies, like, oh, they didn't put this in, that's not true or stuff like that. But outside of that, it really looks like a good. It could be a potential for a good show. Nice. But I think they do need to work on some of the fighting scenes. I feel like the way they kind of they make the what's it called, like the Halo, like the Halo Warriors type guys. They kind of run like at weird speeds.
Okay.
And I think it kind of messes it up. Sometimes, but maybe it's just because of the suits they have on. There's only they can't really like move like that. But it's the first season.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna kill him for that. But
right.
I give you a bunch of action in the first episode. And the only other thing, if I had to nitpick, would be you played the game before, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So when people get the sword, it auto kills people. Like you just hit the button, you'll like jump to the person and slash them. That would be the only thing, is that the people that have the sword, that use the sword, it doesn't do that. But obviously, it's the game versus like real life. You can't just have like an auto kill in the show. That it'd be pretty pointless. The season would be over, the series would be over if that happened. But that'd be the only thing I would nitpick at. It's probably just the movements of some of the people, and then the sword thing. But overall, everything else was good. Like I said, it didn't seem like it was like it didn't seem like corny. Like sometimes things seem like corny. To me, it didn't seem like corny or anything like that. They started off probably maybe like, I want to say 5-10 minutes in the show. You get some action already. Then there's probably like 15, 20 minutes of action, and then some other stuff happens. They give you more of some storyline stuff, so you kind of see the direction of the show's going in. And then overall I thought it was good, man. The graphics look good. As I said, I don't know what he was talking about. It was bad. Like I was gonna say, if you said it was okay, but to say it's bad, I can't see bad.
Yeah.
But he's gonna have to defend himself about that.
Yeah, I agree.
And then just got to catch up on From. I think I'm like one episode behind. I'm trying to think what else. We got the Moonlight coming out this Friday, so hopefully I can sneak some time into that.
Bridgerton season 2 is out.
Yeah, I didn't even finish season 1. So
good ending to season 1.
Yeah, I gotta go back to finish that. As I said, March Madness has been taking up most of my time.
I know. It's been tough.
So I mean, it's dying down. So get back on track. But it's great when you have a bunch of stuff to watch.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. Any you guys watching anything new?
No, I just started up Bridgerton, and that's really it. Which is, like I said, I've been busy watching March Madness amongst other things. So finally settling back into some TV. Yep.
So look out next week, people. Well, not probably the week after, because Final Fours.
Let's not go crazy.
No. Then we got NBA playoffs, and then NFL's gonna keep his name in the picture. So all right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time.
Until next time, Rich.
I want to thank y'all for rocking out with your boy Rich, JD, and Tom here on the Sports Sidebar Podcast. Give y'all something to ride out on.